Here in Michigan, the electrical grid is unpredictable, and in the last 5 years, my neighbors have lost power dozens of times. But me, I've lost power 0 times. And how is that possible? It's because I have 2 Tesla Powerwall 2s that can power my house in the case of an outage. In addition to my Powerwalls, I have 14.4 kilowatts of solar panels on the roof, but you don't even need solar to get the full benefits of Powerwalls and get the off-grid backup security that you really want. Now, my Powerwalls were installed 5 years ago by The Green Panel, a local Michigan installer that works directly with Tesla to give you great results and make sure everything is up and running as efficiently as possible. Now, the Green Panel was nice enough to let me tag along to one of their installs of the brand new Powerwall 3 that they're installing here in Michigan. They also let me bother the electricians and ask a bunch of questions, even though these guys were hard at work. By the end of this video, I'm going to show you why a Powerwall may be one of the best upgrades you can make for your house. And if you're in or near Michigan and you're interested in a Powerwall for yourself, you can reach me at the email down below. I can answer any questions you might have, and I can even put you in contact with the Green Panel if you're interested. Now, surprisingly to me, I've been asked a lot, can people get batteries without solar panels? And the answer is absolutely you can. Now, I love my solar panels, and there's a lot of reasons for that, but the main feature that I love about my Tesla Powerwalls is not harvesting solar energy, it's the backup they give me when the power is out. As I said, in Michigan, power outages are common, and it seems like the storms here are getting worse. I don't know if I'm just making that up or it seems that way, but it really does feel that way. And the literal days of outages I've avoided by having Powerwalls power my entire home is a priceless upgrade. Now, Powerwalls are basically giant batteries, and you can just think of them that way in the way that you treat any other battery in your house, no matter how big or small it is. These ones are just hardwired directly to the house instead of being plugged in. Anytime you want to charge them and the grid is up, you can charge them. Anytime you want to discharge them and use that battery, whether the grid is up or down, you can do that as well. Now, what are the main reasons to get Tesla Powerwalls connected to your home? And there are 2 main reasons. Number 1 is security. Of course, the Powerwalls will power your house when the grid is down, and they will do this immediately. Your clocks won't reset, the lights won't blink, you may not even know the power is out because the power switches so quickly over to the Powerwall system. Sometimes in my home, I will see the lights just dim ever so barely. It's one of those things where you're like, did that just happen or did I make it up? I don't know if that happens to you guys too. And then I'll check the app or I'll get a notification from the Tesla app and I'll see, oh, I guess the grid is down, but everything is still powered up.
2 grounds that need wire nuts to reach the top because they come in through the bottom.
The other main reason is in Michigan, we have time of use. So at certain parts of the day, electricity is more expensive, and at other times of the day, electricity is cheaper. So what you can set the Powerwalls up to do when they're not backing up your home when the grid is down is they can charge up using that cheap electricity, and then they can discharge and power your home when electricity is expensive. So immediately upon getting Powerwalls installed, you will see your electric bill reduced. Now, like I said, I have the older Powerwall 2s. They can each output about 5 kilowatts. So since I have 2 batteries, that combines, and I can output about 10 kilowatts of continuous power. They are great, but if the AC tries to start or you want to run the dryer, or especially if those things try to happen at the same time, the Powerwalls could trip and they may not be able to run all of that.
Yeah, we usually roll with a 2-man crew, and if we need a second day, we'll take 2 days, but it's usually only 2 days if there's a span panel or a crazy long run. Sometimes the batteries are in the garage and opposite end, and we're fishing conduit through ceilings and everything.
Did you install the Powerwall 2s or only the 3s?
Yeah, yeah.
So did it get a lot better with going to the 3s?
I think so.
Yeah.
It made it a little easier.
All right, so we're installing 2 Powerwall 3s. And what did you say the main benefit of getting 2 of the Powerwall 3s versus like a Powerwall 3 with an extension battery was?
You get more like surge amps.
Okay, so when you have a big power draw.
Yeah, you can handle more of a load than one.
Perfect. Okay, and this house is just Powerwalls, no solar.
Yes,
okay.
No solar, just Powerwalls for them.
And so they're going to want these for backup.
Yep, time of use and backup, power outage, stuff like that.
Okay, so they can kind of load shed, they can store the cheap electricity.
Yeah, yep.
Not use expensive.
Correct, yep.
Perfect, okay.
Correct.
And then when the grid's down, obviously have power and use their house as if the grid is still functional.
Yes. Yep.
That's awesome. And then so you also said you have installed Powerwall 2s before the 3s came out.
Yep.
And what differences have you noticed like on your side install wise?
Install's a lot easier. They give you more places to come into the battery, left or right. Powerwall 2 is only on one side, so you have options, which is very nice. Crazy situations, you can get get into.
Yeah, the real world is a lot different than.
Yes, they're more friendly in the real world to install.
Would you say the 3s are faster to install than the 2s?
Yeah, in some cases, yeah, not a lot faster, but still, they just a little easier. It can be.
And then is Tesla changing things as time goes on? Like your first Powerwall 3 install versus today?
Yes.
Things are different?
Yeah, you can load shed air conditioners now on the Powerwall 3 with low voltage. You couldn't do that when they came out, so which is nice, kind of like a generator.
Great. So even though the product is, it's been updated to the 3, it's better than it was, it's still improving even without like a new product.
Yes.
So when installing Powerwalls, you have to cut the power to the whole house during part of the install.
Yep.
About how long will power be out at the house?
About 4 hours, I'd say.
About 4 hours, no
4
power.
hours.
Okay.
4 hours or a little less. Some situations more, but it just depends. But we average around 4. So probably from 9 to noon usually.
Okay, so if you got some nerd asking you a bunch of questions, maybe a little longer.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
And then from the customer side, what's kind of the biggest advantage, if you know, for the Powerwall 3 versus the 2? Like in your opinion.
Powerwall 3 versus you get more power out of it, more capacity. So
Yeah, because
that's mainly the reason for upgrades. So
okay,
that's what I would say.
10 kilowatts for the 3?
I believe so, yes.
Okay, versus 5 for the 2.
Yes.
And that 10 kilowatt stacks, so getting 2 in this install, you're getting 20?
Something like that,
Holy
I believe.
moly.
Yeah, I'd have to look exactly.
That's a lot of power.
Well, the Powerwall 3s that we're watching get installed in this video are much more powerful. They can each output about 11.5 kilowatts of continuous power per unit. That means you're getting over 20 kilowatts of power from the install we're looking at here. That's enough to run your central AC, an electric stove, the dryer, and the lights all at the same time. For a whole home backup in Michigan, the Powerwall 3 is superior because of that high startup capability. You won't need to modify any of your equipment with soft starters or anything like that like you would with smaller generators or the older Powerwalls like I have. So let's check out the work itself. This install is fairly straightforward, but installing on brick isn't easy. You want to make sure you do a good job, you want everything secure, and you want it to look nice. I would say the Green Panel team did a great job of making this install look very nice. The Powerwalls are off the ground, so they're safe from precipitation or buildup of snow. I love the conduit they use. You don't want a bunch of random wire all over the place, and you want everything watertight to keep it safe from rain, snow, and ice, especially in Michigan. Now, the heart of the system is the Tesla Gateway. When the grid cuts out, this device disconnects the house from the utility line in a fraction of a second. Like I said, it happens so fast you probably won't even notice that the power went out, but this keeps workers safe. If they're out there working on the grid, the Powerwall is not going to energize the lines, and as soon as the grid comes back, the Powerwall can detect that and put you back on the grid and charge itself back up. Now, depending on the size of your system, you can back up your entire home, or you can just back up critical loads, but in my opinion, I would get as many batteries as you can afford. The only thing I really regret, not that I exactly regret it, but the only change I would make about my system is having one more battery. Now, the hardware is great, but the software is a big reason why people choose Tesla. Looking at my Tesla app, you can see exactly where power is going. But the coolest feature for Michigan is the Stormwatch mode. When the National Weather Service issues a severe weather alert for your zip code, the Powerwalls will automatically charge to 100% to prepare for an outage. As long as you set this up, this will override all of your other settings like time of use to make sure the batteries are ready in case the grid goes down. You don't have to do anything. This is all automatic. And because of the time of use feature, the more you use your Tesla Powerwalls, the cheaper they become. Unlike a generator that becomes more expensive every time you use it because of gas and oil. On top of that, a gas generator needs to be exercised once a month or every other month, where the Tesla Powerwalls have zero maintenance. Now, one last really cool thing about this install, the Powerwall 3 has a solar inverter built in. Even though this homeowner doesn't have solar now, if they decide that they want some panels in the next few years, maybe they want to be able to charge even when the grid is down, they don't need to buy an expensive inverter, they don't need to do a bunch of retrofitting, they can just add panels onto the system and everything will work great.
So is there anything that a customer should know before you arrive that would make this whole process go like better for them or smoother?
Power will be out in the morning for around until noon. They should always have their Wi-Fi password handy because we need that to set up the equipment.
So there's really not much prep from the customer side. You just come do all the work and they get a Powerwall.
There's really not much for the customer to do, just to prepare for no power for a little bit.
And that's kind of your main goal, is get power back on.
Main goal is, yeah, get the power back on first thing, do everything we need to do, and then we can do everything else with the power on.
So what's the main reason the power is out?
We got to add this, we got to add the gateway in. And this is our, we got to take the old service entrance cable out and route it through to the gateway. It powers up the gateway that houses the battery breakers. And then it comes out of the bottom side of that to your main panel inside, which is now a sub panel. So we got to pull the wires out and pretty much reroute them into the gateway first.
Your main panel turns to a sub panel.
Yep.
That's funny. I had not thought about it that way.
So this is your new main now out here. That's why you have to separate grounds and neutrals, because anything in the main can be together. Anything past the main, you have to separate your grounds and neutrals. So this is your first means of disconnection now for the house. So that makes it the main. This is a very important part, because you got to make sure you get them level.
Yeah.
You can't budge a hole in brick. You're done. Can't stress how important this is. We did one where you have like 4 all in a line. It's not bad when it's drywall.
Yeah.
And you got wood to drill through, but
sure,
it likes to bounce around all the time.
So how much guidance does Tesla give you on this, install process?
Not much. I mean, it's kind of everything electrician should know how to do. And except the only thing when hanging the batteries, it's all an electrician should know how to do. It's just like mounting heavy equipment. So it's like, in my eyes, if you're an electrician, you should know how to do this, and be able to figure it out. Now, if you're not one, you shouldn't be doing it, A. And 2, it's like, you just wouldn't understand if you haven't been around hanging electrical boxes and all this type of work.
Sure. So do you think Tesla does it seem like they designed it that way so that it would be easy for, your average good electrician to be able to install these?
Yes, 100%. If they're a good electrician, it should be very easy to install.
Cool.
And it is, they are. And a lot of the times it's just the situation you're in that makes it hard. The house is making it hard. There's no room on the wall making it hard. Stuff like that.
So do you need solar to have a backup battery? No, not exactly. Even though I do love my solar panels, the main thing I love about my Tesla Powerwall system is having electricity when the grid goes out. If you want to keep your lights on, keep your pipes from freezing, and keep your life normal during an outage, grid-tied Powerwalls are a great solution. My Powerwall 2s have served me well for over 5 years. And like I said, the only change I would make is I would love to have one more Powerwall.
So is there any step in this install that you think could be done better, like something you think Tesla could change to make your job easier or more efficient?
Not really, to be honest. It's just electrical, straightforward. You always got to get wires point A to B. So
that's it. So they've done a good job.
They really nailed it.
Yeah, making it cut and paste and simple. Nothing really changes to the job. Well, it's just more or less how much you're lifting it.
And the battery run, but there's nothing they can do about that. It is what it is.
If you have any questions, leave those down below. I can answer those, or the green panel may even be down there talking to you as well. Hope you enjoyed this one, and you will see me in the next video.